Welcome. My name is Master Sergeant Daniel Griego. This morning I'm going to spend a few minutes with you to explain the mission and component makeup of the Texas National Guard's Joint Task Force 136 Maneuver Enhancement Brigade. JTF 136 MEB is a joint brigade-level organization custodian of the Homeland Response Force mission for Region 6 of the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA. The Response Force mission, or HERF, is part of the Department of Defense's Consequence Management Enterprise to support civil authorities in response to chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear, or explosive incidents in order to save lives and mitigate human suffering. JTF 136 MEB, also called the Minuteman Brigade, boasts 4 subordinate battalions and 3 separate companies within its ranks. Of those, 1 full battalion and 4 company-level units contribute to the HERF mission. Here we see the units that support the FEMA Region 6 HERF mission, including the 6th CBRNE Enhanced Response Force Package, the 6th Civil Support Team, the CBRNE Assistance Support Element composed of military police personnel, the Brigade Headquarters Company for Command and Control, and a Signal Company for Communications Support. In the next few slides, we'll go over what the HERF mission is and how these different units contribute to its objectives. In 2010, the Quadrennial Defense Review resulted in the Secretary of Defense's decision to restructure our chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear, and explosive response forces, as well as revise the Department of Defense's operational concept for how to respond. These CBRNE assets include civil support teams, chemical companies, and search and rescue elements equipped to operate in compromised environments. The end result was a restructuring to position the National Guard as a primary response capability to work alongside and in support of civil authorities and agencies during mass casualty incidents and disasters. This will be accomplished through the development and certification of CERF-Ps and HERFs, with the intent that such military assets would expressly serve under the command of civilian agencies and never be in charge of response efforts. JTF 136 MEB is custodian of only 1 of 10 total Homeland Response Force missions in the country, with each different FEMA region hosting its own response element. These HERF capabilities are shown here in green. The HERF mission is a 3-tier scalable response enterprise that meets the needs of the public no matter the size of the disaster. The most basic response element is the civil support team. There are 57 such teams in the country, with 1 in each state and territory, and 2 for California, New York, and Florida. These teams are manned by 22 full-time guardsmen and are capable of responding to a CBRNE incident within an hour to provide detection, identification, and monitoring services in support of civil authorities like firefighters and police departments. The second level is the CBRNE Enhanced Response Force Package, or CERF-Ps. There are 27 such elements in the country, and they're equipped with decontamination, search and extraction, and medical triage capabilities. In this slide, the 17 states that host CERF-Ps are blue. Finally, the Homeland Response Force mission is the National Guard's highest level response, designed to coordinate the relief efforts of multiple CERF-Ps and CSTs, and as a command and control task force of all on-site Guard assets in the event of a massive disaster spanning several incident sites. All HERF states are additionally equipped with CERF-Ps, making up the final 10 CERF-Ps to reach the total 27. The 6th Civil Support Team, like all CSTs, supports civil authorities at domestic CBRNE incidents by identifying agents and substances, assessing consequences, advising on response measures, and assisting with appropriate requests for additional support. The 6th CST is jointly manned by full-time Army National Guard and Air Guard personnel on Title 32 orders. The team is designed to operate seamlessly with our civil partners, so much so that they have their own custom, civilian-style uniform to help integrate into an incident site without drawing negative attention as a military asset. The 6th CST is equipped with a unified communication suite and an analytical laboratory system for complete autonomy as they process samples and provide monitoring services at the incident site. The Texas National Guard's 6th CBRNE Enhanced Response Force Package provides defense support to civil authorities through personnel decontamination, emergency medical services, and casualty search and extraction to mitigate the effects of a terrorist incident or a natural or man-made disaster. Unlike the 6th AST, the SURF-P is primarily composed of traditional part-time guardsmen who must pass an external evaluation every 2 to 3 years to continue service within the consequence management enterprise. These assets are frequently charged with being able to support incidents outside their host state due to there being 27 throughout the entire country. As such, they must be mobile and response-oriented to meet the needs of the nation. When directed by proper authorities and upon consent of the Governor, Joint Task Force 136 Maneuver Enhancement Brigade will alert, assemble, and deploy to provide a mission-ready task force in support of local, state, and federal officials within FEMA Region 6. The HERF is a command and control capability that synchronizes the response efforts of all National Guard elements on scene to include multiple SURF-Ps and CSTs. In coordinating this Guard effort, the HERF bridges the gap between initial military support and the civilian first responders on the scene. It exists to ensure a unified effort on the part of disparate Guard units and direct those elements as needed in support of civilian authorities. A primary takeaway of the HERF enterprise is that these military assets are never in charge and never in positions of authority over our civilian counterparts. We are force multipliers in the fight to save lives and mitigate suffering, specifically at the request of and under the orders of civilian leadership. Thank you for your time and attention. What are your questions?